Hello, welcome to Invictus Motors. We've got this Porsche 911. This is the 991.1. They were first launched at the Frankfurt Motor Show in October of 2011. And this is literally the third proper iteration of the Porsche 911 brand. The first being in 1963, which was the 911. The second being the 996 in 1998, which was when it went from air-cooled to water-cooled. And the third being literally the Porsche 991.1. So that just goes to show that Porsche is not a revolutionary brand, but as a matter of fact, this is a brand that just evolves very, very slowly. This is really rare, and it's rare for the reason that this has a manual transmission in the 991.1. Just to kind of put this in context to you, in the UK, there's only, I think, 4 others of these for sale, and they're all sort of in the 50,000 miles plus. What makes this incredibly rare isn't just what you sort of see on the surface, which is this amazing paintwork, the platinum silver metallic paintwork with the 20-inch alloys. It's all the spec that's on the inside of the car. As soon as you walk into it, you've got the tilt and slide roof on the inside. You've got the sports exhaust, Sport Plus, the PSM, the Chrono Plus package, the 7-speed manual transmission, and the sports steering wheel with basically everything you would really want, including the fact it's got the cruise control and the Barmaster sound system. From every angle that you look at this 911, including the fact looking at it just from this rear, it just looks stunning. And this is, in terms of rarity, yes, I've had some really rare Porsche 911s. This is really right up that alley in terms of rarity. Let's get into the car, take it out for a drive, and just actually show you what it's like to drive a manual one of these. And if you are actually looking for something that is a proper classic, not just a future classic, this is what you ought to get yourself into. Now I'm onto the inside of it. Yes, it's done 77,000 miles, but who cares? It's still a fairly low owner's 911. Most of the mileage has been motorway miles. It feels and drives like brand new. And let's take it out and start it up. So when you want something that is a sports car and that's going to give you the ultimate engagement, you can't rule out a manual transmission car. It just gives you something that no automatic can. Just to be engaging, just to be analog, and just to feel like an 911, because just like I said right at the beginning of this video, it's the third iteration, and you would think these guys would have come leaps and bounds. Yeah, they did. As a matter of fact, in the 991.1 and the 997.2 generation, over, I think 85% of all cars sold was with the optional dual clutch PDK transmission, the Doppelkupplungsgetriebe. I will press the sports exhaust and the sports button on. Pressed in now. The clutch feels right in it. It handles like an absolute dream. You wouldn't think this handles in any way, form or shape as a 10-plus-year-old car. Neither it looks that way, neither it drives that way. And that is, again, big, massive credit to Porsche for making such a sublime product that I think, in my opinion, is absolutely timeless. And when it comes to something along these lines, you could see it from my enthusiasm and for the passion that I have, not just for the brand, but for when you sit in something of this nature, something that is rare. And some people might do, a trip of 2,000 or 3,000 miles a year in this, and the rest of the year it's parked up in a garage, barely doing any mileage. Why has this only had, I think, circa 3,000 miles since 2022 is when our previous customer, Sven, purchased it. He's actually a stay-at-home dad, and the only trip he's done in this car is actually take it to Le Mans and back. Other than that, he's got a daily car around that he just takes the kids from A to B in it. this is why it wasn't getting the use, wasn't getting the time and the need of driving it. So we're very fortunate to get it amongst our cars, and I think it's just a cracking Porsche 911. And if you're somebody that likes something unique, something rare, something a bit tasteful, there's no better way than to get either this or to get something along these lines. And what the wonderful thing about it is, this is still a Porsche 911, and it's not costing you an arm and a leg. We're in, end of May 2024 to pay something circa around the region of £45,000 for this is phenomenal value for money. And as I said, and I keep saying it, it's timeless. Keep it, don't ever sell it, because in 10 to 20 years time, everybody is going to be wanting to put one of these manual boxes in their cars. Who knows what the world is going to bring in 10 or 20 years time. You do want to live for today. But overall, beautiful, absolutely phenomenal car. Now, in terms of performance figures, this has got the 3.8 litre naturally aspirated flat 6 boxer engine that produces 400 brake horsepower out of this naturally aspirated DFI, the direct fuel injected engines. They're absolutely bulletproof. And in terms of torque, 420 Newton meters of torque, and the 0 to 62 miles per hour possible in 4.3 seconds. And the top speed on these, if memory serves me correct, is approximately, I think, 185 or 186 miles per hour. I mean, all of this video is done in one take, so I've got to give myself some credit there. And thank you very much for watching.